Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker. No, I'm just kidding around. I'm in an undisclosed location, getting away from the snowstorm.
Mrs. Wu kicked you out.
She kicked me out. She kicked me out. I'm not going to tell you what happened last night, but she kicked me out. And Shorts Guy from the highest point of New Jersey on the top of the mountains. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As Ted thinks I'm in Nashville. I don't know. Where am I? I have no idea.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Going to Nashville would be nice. That's a fun town. I had a lot of fun when I was in Nashville.
I heard it's a fun town, and you know what's also going to be fun is our big tailgate. Yes, the premier tailgating, the extravaganza. JoinOurCrew.com. Scan the QR code on the bottom left-hand corner, but JoinOurCrew.com, and you can have some And Crew Brew. And Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together and responsibly, one crew at a time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Sam, how you doing today? How'd the snowstorm treat you?
You know what? It got about 8 to 10 inches where I'm at.
Not bad.
And yeah, it's melting very fast. Like it was a lot, and it's melting fast. The roads are salted, and can't complain. And my Jeep is all clear of snow. You know, I'm the lazy guy that leaves all that snow on the rooftop, even though I should really clear it. No, I do clear it out, just not to Mrs. Wu standards.
Well, Mrs. Wu's standards are much higher, so I totally get that.
Generally, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Except for laziness. I take that crown. So to speak.
I know, Sam. I know. I've known you long enough.
Yeah. So, but last night, what a victory over the Seattle Kraken. Devils playing defense. Devils playing with structure. Devils simplifying their game. They're just chipping the puck out. They're not making high risk, high reward plays, but just game management is much better. And, the power play finally got its first goal since, I don't think it was.
Feels like forever.
Yeah, I think January 17th, I believe, was the last time it was scored up until last night. And Tyler Toffoli scoring that. Jack Hughes getting on the board. It's all good in Devils land, but right now they're going to play the Nashville Predators tonight, second half of a back-to-back. Wow. Well, the goaltending situation, Shorts Guy, we'll get to the game a little bit later, but the goaltending situation, New Jersey Hockey Now, a good friend of the podcast, James Nichols, pointing out that there was almost a deal done.
I saw that
for Markstrom, and he actually waived his no-trade clause as part of that process.
I saw that. It seemed like that deal was much closer than we thought it was. But, you know, I guess what that says about the deal is that Calgary may have been asking for more than Fitzy wanted to give, or they just couldn't come to an agreement on what they valued the players that were available to each team at, which happens. You know, Fitzy's out there trying to improve our New Jersey Devils, which is good. We want to see that. But at the same time, if the deal's not right, the deal's not right. So it seems like it was close. It seems like we were real close with that.
Yeah, and in the article, James Nichols, pretty much said that even though the new improved defense and, playing better in front of whichever goaltender would be in net, that's not going to stop Tom Fitzgerald trying to find a goaltender for this team. Alexander Holtz, you know how I feel about that. Markstrom, decent goalie, I would say. But, again, do you really need to make a trade now? that's a decision that Tom Fitzgerald's going to make. And you know what? Doesn't hurt to kick the tires, because there was a reason why that deal didn't end. And allegedly it was Calgary didn't want to take on the salary.
Yeah. It's it's kicking the tires and seeing what's there and seeing what the market is. We've already seen a couple trades so far that this second half of the season, and the prices are really high right now, and teams are commanding a lot, and Calgary is going to command a lot if they're going to give up Markstrom, and with them being so close to the playoffs as well. So it's that, and we have to be ready to say goodbye to someone we like on our team. I don't know exactly or have any insight on who that is, but you got to assume that we're going to be losing a player that we all that we all like in some way, shape, or form. That's something we got to be ready for. But obviously, the deal didn't work, and we don't know why the deal didn't work. We just know that it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, and maybe there's a reason why it didn't happen. We don't know. I mean, you can only speculate what really happened. But you know what did happen? Season ticket renewals. Season ticket renewals.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 to 12% increases, apparently.
Oh, gosh.
Depending upon who you believe.
I know. It seems like every year they ask for them earlier and earlier when it comes to season ticket renewals.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not asking me for the 2025 playoffs, putting a deposit down, because that's the year that I predicted that the Devils will make their cup run.
Well, better be quiet, because we know they listen. They could potentially ask that for you.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh, boy. Last Sam Wu knows what he's talking about. After he talked about Lindy Ruff before we were about to fire him. Meow, meow. But that's probably what happened. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, no, I know.
They got greedy. They got greedy.
Yeah, they're trying to, they're trying to capitalize on a team that's good right now. And
I know what it is.
What is it, Sam?
They're trying to pay off that mortgage that they took to buying the Washington Commanders. That's what this is about.
Could be. And
I should have a Sharpie just to hit the point.
And that new arena they're trying to build in Philly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm wiping out my cousin's restaurant down in central Philly.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's a game tonight, Sam, against the Nashville Predators.
Zach W says Sam needs a whiteboard so he can get the play-by-plays. You know what? I could do that. In this bunker. The problem is I'd probably get fired.
Yeah, I'd fire you.
Yeah,
I would fire you.
I do have a whiteboard. I actually do. You know what, Zach W, I gotta give you credit on that one.
Just don't use that Sharpie for the whiteboard. Just don't use that Sharpie.
Or I could start autographing on the camera, like how they do.
You could do that.
Yeah, be like,
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're getting off a little off topic here, but you know what? Honestly, watching these games right now, sometimes describing it, I hate the B word, and that's boring. This is good hockey. I love it when they simplify the play, simplify the game plan, chipping the puck out, not going for the home run passes. Although every once in a while it's good. You still have to take risks, but they're calculated risks. This team looks so much better, and they're going to build some confidence if they play this type of defense. Letting McGill revamp it, that's a great idea, because nothing was working. You better try something else.
Yeah. No, it's to me, it's not boring hockey, because they still got 37 shots on goal last night. So they're still producing offense. In fact, they scored goals last night. They put 3, and they had one, rightfully disallowed because of goaltender interference. To me, it's not boring hockey, but I'm more of a defensive mindset a defensively mindset person. I'm happy with this. We needed to change our defense. Our defense had to improve, otherwise we were going nowhere. And it's a welcome change as far as I'm concerned. And if they keep going with this and we keep winning, I'm all about it, Sam. I'm really all about it.
Yeah, and also for those that don't know, Vinny Parisi is obviously not here. He was given a mulligan because he's going to be traveling over to New Jersey tomorrow, trying to get through the Valentine's Day thing a little bit early. But Vinny Parisi will be back Thursday at America Whiskey. I'll be there. You'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out if somebody's going to be there. But anyway, never mind. But Alejandra will be there. Alejandra will be there. Frank will be there. Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Am I missing anybody?
Vinny will be there.
Yeah.
You didn't mention him. You, me, Vinny. It's going to be a good time.
Maybe Beer Baron. Maybe Beer Baron.
That's what I was just saying. A couple surprises.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at what they have on the NHL app here for the Devils, and they've got Vitek listed in their goalie matchup, and I have not seen. They've got Vitek and Schmid listed as the Devils in the goalie comparison portion tonight. So I don't know. Is Vitek back, Sam? I haven't seen much today.
I don't know. I made that durability comment on Sunday.
I know,
and I know Beer Baron has been really on me in the group text. You can send that to him, Tom. You can tell him that. I know they talk like old hens. That's what I hear. Rumors. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing I would like to see. I would like to know who, if we have Vitek back or not for tonight, because I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in, because these second half of the back-to-back, Sam, these have been so difficult for us all season. And with the way we played last night and the way we played against Carolina, it would be a fantastic way to break out of that streak and out of that pattern of just being so terrible in that second half of a back-to-back.
Yeah, and you know what? Isn't that interesting? Vitek somehow has a mysterious illness on a Monday. This is like the second or third time this season. It's just weird. Is it strategy, or is he really out with an illness and lower body?
I don't know. It could potentially be something else. It could. I know one of the days was a mental health day, which is fine. If you have to take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of pressure. So who knows what that potentially could be. Whatever it is, I just hope he's healed or he's healing, and that he's going to be back in time, because with the way he played against Carolina, if he can string a bunch of games together like that, man, that would be fantastic to see. And then if Nico Dawes continues to play like he did last night, and if for some reason we can get Akira Schmid back to the form we saw last year in the playoffs, if we have three goalies like that, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And along with, if they're playing well, I mean, that means that one of them is potentially trade bait. So this is just, we've got good things on the horizon if we can keep this up, and I just hope the Devils are able to find a way to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Down the stretch, look, we talked about this, and this is where I know you're happy, Shorts guy. I'm very happy. They're playing fundamental defense right now. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what goalie you bring. As long as you're playing fundamentally good defense, I'm all for it. Matter of fact, since I've been on the Vitek, bandwagon for a little bit long time now, the fact that the Devils are improving their defense, now I'm kind of shifting my focus on, okay, maybe we should go after a goalie, even though I think the price is high. But you and I both said, Shorts guy, what's the point of getting a good goalie when the defense wasn't short? But last couple games against Carolina, giving up the unlucky goal, to Aho, which you can't really fault Vitek on. And Nico Dawes played well.
He played very well last night.
Yeah, his glove was snappy. Very snappy. Wasn't giving out the loose rebounds.
Yeah, it's just a big improvement all around, and that's exactly what we want to see, and that's exactly what we want out of this team. That's what we've kind of called for the last bunch of weeks. It's just been it's been that bad defense that's been going on. It's been that bad rebound control going on. But when you have a solid defense, they can compensate for poor rebound control. So if this is a change in defensive strategy and a moving forward, then maybe you go more aggressively at the trade deadline to get that goalie, or you have a new defensive scheme and you go into the summer looking to sign someone in free agency, or pull a trade off in the summer when it's not going to cost you so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Tom Fitzgerald's going to try to find a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, I love defense. I love taking the body and zeroing out the opposition by taking the body, against the boards and tying them up and getting that puck and puck possession. That's good hockey. I love good hockey. I love, just the chess match, the strategy. Everybody's on the same page. But on a moment's notice, you can start freewheeling the fun and gun hockey that they were playing. You just got to pick and choose when to do it. And that's what separates elite players from good players. It's the ones that know when to take the risk, and it's the calculated risk, but not also be a liability the other way on defense.
Yeah, and that was just improving the defense is massive, and I would no problem going with this style of hockey if it gets us wins, because these are the games we have to win. I mean, we want a good showing against Philly. We're playing Nashville tonight, who are just outside of a playoff spot, and they're going to play scrappy because they need the points just as much as we do. We've got LA coming up on Thursday, who they've been on a bit of a slide. That's 2 points that we can obtain from them. The Philly game, without question, we have to win that game. So there's a lot here.
Yeah, and ball, according to Michael Descal, ball between the first and second intermission last night on the radio, Devils Hockey Network, said it was a big emphasis for them right now. Yeah, I heard that interview, Michael, that he actually referred it to boring, but it's not boring. I mean, that's fundamental hockey. That's what we expect at least on this podcast. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see sloppiness, undisciplined, selfish plays. What we want to see is great team defense, taking the body, zeroing them out, making it impossible to even get to the goaltender in the first place, where an e-bug like Shorts guy, if he ever gets that chance, would thrive.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you make that no fun zone, like you've been talking about and preaching for all this time, when you make that a no fun zone in front of the net, then the goaltending issues kind of lessen a little bit. So it's better to play this type of. To me, it's not boring hockey, but like I said, I'm more defensive minded.
I'll tell you what. When they had 4 guys in front of Nico Dawes and they all collapsed down when there was just a flurry, I was just in heaven.
I know. I love seeing it.
Yeah, I
love seeing it.
I didn't see any of the Devils players, 3 of them behind the net, and nobody in front of the net. It was a collapse. It's a team effort. I just love just saying the word no. You're going to come here and try to score? No. You're trying to get that one past my goalie? No. You're going to hit my goalie? No.
No.
Something about that word no.
I know. And it was, that goes back to, I forget which game it was. It was a while back when Vitek got run over and Bastian was just like standing there looking at the guy at his feet like, oh, you ran over my goalie. I'm just going to kind of look at you, instead of just annihilating the guy. So it's like, this is all good stuff. So
it's like back in the day, Bastian would just like look at the bench and look at Lindy. Could I hit him? Or no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. But you know what? And that's the other part that we love about hockey is the emotion, the raw emotion, not the staged emotion, the raw emotion. Playing for your teammate, playing for the guy right next to you. Okay? Kevin Ball makes a mistake, no problem. Somebody else is going to clean it up. And and Ball tells his teammate, all right, I'll get your back next time. Thank you. That's what you want to see. I mean,
absolutely.
the great Devils dynasty team, Stevens, Niedermeyer, Danico, Rafalski, when they made mistakes. Niedermeyer made his share of mistakes, but there was always somebody back there to cover. And, of course, you got Marty Brodeur, which definitely helped. But, it made it impossible. It made it stifling. And you want to have that mental edge with your defense. Let me tell you something, Shorts guy. And this is, there's all these ancient books about war and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But your greatest offense is really your defense. It really is, because anytime you can shut down the opponent's punch and counterpunch, you put them on the edge.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I know, and it's you start from the goalie out, and it looks like they're finally starting to do that, which is good. It's a welcome change. It's been I guess you could say to this point a mildly successful change if you include the Carolina game.
We would be talking a little differently if the puck was buried. Yeah, but if the puck was buried the other end. I mean, I have no problems with the Carolina game except for that last play. Other than that was great team defense. I was so happy, and we got on the podcast afterwards, and people were pissed that we weren't unhappy, and we should be screaming. And it's like, no, because they're probably playing defense.
Yes, yeah, it was just one bad play, but they seem to have corrected that against Seattle. Now Seattle's a different team than Carolina, and Nashville's a different team than Seattle. So it's just a matter of what I was happy about last night, Sam, is they generally play down to their opponents and they play up to their opponents. And they did not play down to Seattle last night. They actually played Seattle very well. So, it's if they can play like this team that we know they are, and they know they are, then I think we're set.
Okay. So Matt, who gave tickets out yesterday, that we have assigned Hataka to the Utica, and we were talking about that before, and Brendan Smith is off at injured reserve. Fans aren't happy. Look, Hataka is going to get another chance sooner or later.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's, again, I'm not disagreeing. It's just you got to play the process a little bit here. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Brendan Smith, again, we'll be back, sounds like. And fans are kind of like, but you know what? Let Hataka go back to Utica. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah,
he's going to be that depth defenseman, and there's nothing wrong with that. And now we talked about the defense. I think the kind of defense they're playing right now is actually fits Brendan Smith's style.
Yeah. and yeah, Brendan Smith was going to come back, and we need to bring some more experience back into this defensive core. And I think with Brendan Smith coming back, this may benefit him more. And he will fit right in and kind of jump in. And I'm assuming because he was activated and Hataka was sent that he's going to go into the game tonight, which is not always the case when you're coming right off injured reserve, but it appears that way. Like all signs are pointing towards that's what's happening. So we'll see what happens, once we get a little bit closer to game time. I know we're a little bit early today, but we'll see what happens when we get a little bit closer to game time, what that actual move is going to be, if he's going to actually make the lineup tonight, which I guess all signs are pointing towards he's back. So we'll see.
Yeah. And, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay, Sam.
Yeah. Did you crack open something?
No, but I should. What should I crack open?
I don't know. But, as I'm filling in for Vinny Parisi, I sound like a Formula One car when I hear that crack, and then I hear, and Crew Brew. Yes, and Crew Brew. Drink and Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together responsibly, one crew at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you got to join our crew by going to joinourcrew.com to find out all of our information for our tailgate this Saturday in Lot M2 over at Giant Stadium, or MetLife as some people like to call it. And hang out with us and try and crew brew responsibly with us on Saturday. It's going to be a really good time. It's a lot of fun coming up for this week, Sam.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Justin and Jake from the UK. They're going to see us on Thursday, and they're going to join our tailgate as well. They're navigating. Justin's been texting me, with iMessage. It's great because he's got an international phone. It's not a big deal. Just I gave him the actual coordinates when we did the pin drop of that. And that'll be out on the next newsletter. We'll have to write that up as well. Joinourcrew.com. We have over a couple hundred people signing up. It's amazing. And also, we want to get your predictions before we end here.
Predictions, yes.
Predictions. Shorts guy, what's your prediction?
All right. So, Devils are coming in tonight. I'm assuming they're going to be playing Saros against us. We're coming off of a back-to-back, which is always really hard for this New Jersey Devils team we've seen historically. But we started last night's off really, really well. And I'm hoping that this defensive scheme can continue. I feel like it might be a tight game tonight, so I'm going to say 2-1 New Jersey Devils over the Nashville Predators.
Wow. Well, Ted says 4-3 Devils.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom says only took 50 games. Good job, Lindy. Hey, better late than never. Right, Tom?
Yeah.
Selected Boy says 4-3 Devils. Nunez says DeSimone ever going to play? I don't know. Let's see here. Michael Descala, 5-2 Devils. Jack is back, and things are going to turn around. Timo, 2 points tonight. He was going hard yesterday. Yeah, but it's what Chico Resch says.
Hard every game.
It's what Chico Resch says. And he texted this to me. We expect him to go hard, but he's got to score with that salary, right? Morgan Williams says 6-2 Devils. Joseph Lenham says 2-1 Devils. Tom says 4-2 Devils. Shane Van Sickle says 4-2 Devils. R. Nunez says 4-3 in OT. Assuming Devils. Zach W. says 5-4 Devils. Dubs is like says 3-2 Devils in overtime. Luke Hughes OT winner. All right, here's my prediction. Pain. Because they're playing defense.
A little bit more.
Here. Let me kick the desk. Pain. Do you hear it? Pain.
Prediction.
Pain. 8-3 Devils victory, and they may bring home Saros on the way back.
Never know. That's Sam Wu prediction if I ever heard one.
They may. Yeah. Well, 14-3 says Sam. No, Tom. I'm gonna talk to Beer Baron so he could talk to you about something. No, I'm just kidding. Those two. Anyway.
I know.
Well, I want to thank all those tuning in to this podcast a little bit early. I guess we'll be back after the game.
I guess so. You might want to recap the game tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, so we're gonna be out of here, everyone.
Hi, this is Chico Resch.
Hit the wrong button.
To the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Yeah, I forgot. I hit the wrong button.
I can tell.
I'm testing buttons for the podcast on
Saturday. Really... yeah.
Hopefully I don't get pissed off.
Yeah, just like you push Mrs. Wu's buttons all the time, I'm sure.
Oh, I know. Instead, it says, get out of here. Hi, I'm Chico Resch. You better get out of here, or else Mrs. Wu's going to kill you on the Primetime Radio Network.
Mrs. Wu says, give me the chips.
Yes. But anyway, thank you all those tuning in. Well, I guess we'll see you after the game. Until next time, Absolutely. Let's go Devils.